Hello, this is Javier. I'm a senior case worker at Latitude Law, and today we're going to discuss the health and care worker visa and the recent changes this route specific has suffered after the latest change into the immigration rules. The health and care worker visa, as you might be aware, is the type of visa for you to come and work in the UK in the health and care sector, so for the NHS, and previously for also social care. So the immediate change that that this route has suffered is that it's not possible anymore to sponsor and to bring workers from abroad to work in the social care sector, because basically the job titles that the of social carer and senior social carer are not eligible anymore for this visa. So basically, if you are watching this video and you're outside of the UK at the moment, you have never been a sponsor before, and you were wondering about the health and care sector, it will only be health and to work for NHS and not for, it's not eligible, social carers are not eligible anymore. Then this closure happened in 22nd of July 2025, but transitional arrangements will be in place until the 22nd of July 2028. That is, no further applications will be admitted under the social care route. So the people who is already in the UK and has been sponsored as social carers or senior social carers, so SOC codes 6135 and 6136, and they can still extend their permission, or they can even move into this permission, into this job title, provided that they have been employed for the same employer for at least 3 months before being issued with the certificate of sponsorship. From 22nd of July 2025, any new entry clearance application under this sector will no longer be accepted, but until 22nd of July 2028, applications from inside the UK to extend or to move into this job title can be accepted, considering that the rest of the criteria is also met. So then how it works? So as with every skilled worker visa, you need to first be offered an employment that is eligible. So the employments have a SOC code, and the SOC code needs to be on the lists, so it needs to be accepted and valid for a health and care or skilled worker visa. Then you need to be paid a minimum salary that complies as well with the criteria, and also the entity that is offering you the employment needs to be a valid sponsor and need to issue you with what is called a certificate of sponsorship. That is a document that summarizes all the employment conditions and what you are going to be paid, your job title and everything. So in the specific case of the health and care worker visa, basically you need to show that you are a qualified doctor, nurse or health professional. Then you need to work, the work that you offer needs to be in this sector, needs to be an eligible job. So you will need to check if the occupation code and what you're going to do enters within the definition of any of these SOC codes, occupation codes. Then the employer needs to be a valid sponsor for health and care worker visa, needs to have a sponsorship license, and needs to issue you a certificate of sponsorship. Then the salary, you will need to be paid a minimum salary. How much you need to be paid, it will really depend on the job that you are going to do. It will also depend on your current circumstances, but generally, now with the skilled worker visa, the general threshold has been raised to 41,700. But health and care sectors usually have reduced fees, so this is why I'm encouraging, if you want to check if what they are offering you meets the criteria, book for a free initial consultation. We can make that assessment for you. But it has been raised from the old 25,000, unfortunately.